This is Rasputin, I spit the truth. Yeah? She come on it first. She's knocking Vietjet Airlines, talking all kinds of crapski. She even complained about the flight attendants wearing shorts. You know. She said, "Oh, that's not respectable. That's not professional." The flight attendants Vietjet, very right there, you know, very beautiful. Huh? They even have Ruski pilots. She didn't mention that though. She didn't mention that they have Ruski pilots. You know, everything else she complained about. But the thing is, I knew when I started watching the video what it was going to be about. She was overweight with the carry-on. Oh, well, we bought deluxe tickets. No, lady, you don't buy deluxe tickets with Vietjet. You go to their website. I don't know what site you're using. Hello, Stobal. I don't know what website this lady's using. This Travel Asia with Allie. I don't know what website she's using. But if you go to the official Vietjet site, you can purchase your ticket, and then you can purchase extra carry-on luggage. Not deluxe ticket. You purchase extra carry-on luggage. I believe it's 15 or 20 kilograms. But you got to purchase it in advance. You can't come up and say, "Oh, I have a deluxe ticket so I can carry on 300 pounds." No. It doesn't work like that, lady. That is a budget airline. I've never had any problems. I always keep my luggage, my carry-on down to about 6.8 kilograms. I always weigh it ahead of time so I can tell them, "Hey, I weighed it at 6.8 kilograms. You have no problems." I mean, I never had any problems. She's griping and pissing and moaning. Her name shouldn't be Travel Asia with Allie. It should be Travel Asia with Karen. Maybe her real name is Karen. I don't know. But the thing is, you know, Rasputin, I always speak the truth, you know, sputa, right? The problem is, she's griping and moaning and bitching. I never fly this airlines again, you know? If she doesn't want to fly the airlines, fine. Why you gotta make a video about it? You try to knock the airline? You're gonna put some Russian pilot out of business? No, you're not gonna. That's the only privately owned airline in Vietnam is Vietjet. Privately owned by billionaires, you know? But you want to sit there and try to knock them. I have never had a problem with them, you know, never had a problem. I had one India guy in front of me one time. He was overweight. They charged him an arm and a leg ski to get that bag on. But you know what? Why don't you go to their official website? They have a place there where you can purchase extra carry-on, not just extra luggage, deluxe ticket. You have to check carry-on luggage. If you had that before you arrived at the airport, you would have no problem. Yes, everybody. You're talking about Vietnam Airlines. I'm flying Vietnam Airlines in about 10 days. Okay, the only reason I picked Vietnam is $20 more, but it's leaving at the right proper time when I want to leave. I don't want to sit in Saigon for 8 hours, you know. I will sit there for 5, but I don't want to sit there for 8, you know. But they allow 10 kilograms. Vietjet only allows 7 kilograms, lady. So, you know, you have to purchase on the website. They have the button there. You push the button. I want to purchase extra carry-on. Not deluxe seat. What are you, Karen? You know, deluxe seat is like Skyboss. You sit in the front, you got extra leg room, you know. She's griping about the seats, how uncomfortable they are. The stewardess is wearing shorts. It's unprofessional. Hey, they have the cutest flight attendants I've ever seen was on Vietjet, you know, with the short shorts, you know, and the short skirts. Oh, very right deb women, you know. I have never had a problem. Only time I've had, they delayed the flight sometime, you know, but this flight I'm flying with Vietnam Airlines. They knocked it back 1 hour already. I booked through trip.com, you know. They warned me ahead of time. Hey, it's backed up 1 hour. Do you want to accept this? I said, yes, I'll take it. Because I booked the flight to Ho Chi Minh about 6-7 hours in advance so I could get there to make my connection to the Philippines, right? And that Vietjet is right next to the main terminal. So that's why, like, you know, I would have flew Vietjet, but they're not leaving. They're only leaving early in the morning. There's nothing in the afternoon like I want, you know. But this lady, she's very much caring, so very much. If you have any questions, you ask me. But her video, I think she's trying to take business away from Vietjet. You don't need it. Your video is not going to take. You're recommending you being an influencer. You're telling all these people, don't fly Vietjet. Don't ever fly Vietjet. You should have had trouble like I had with PAL, Philippine Airlines. They lock us up in a room for 4 hours. Say we can't go nowhere, even though we have the code to go. They lock us in and take our passports. I never had anybody do that to me before. I will never fly PAL again. Vietjet never took my passport from me and told me, Sitski there. You're not going nowhere. You can't smoke a cigarette outside. You can't do nothing. You have to stay here. Philippine Airlines did that. Over 300 passengers. They were waiting for all the flights to come in from different countries before they flew to LA. Oh, very shameful video. She's trying to take business away. Travel Asia with Allie. If you want to go watch a video, go watch a video. But you can see, you just listen to her attitude. She sounds like Karen from United States. I thought all the Karens stayed in the United States. I didn't think they came to Southeast Asia, you know? Very much so. I've never met any Karens in Vietnam before. Never met Karens. Only Kim. All the prostitutes that walk around the main square in Ho Chi Minh City, their name is Kim. Everybody's named Kim. So if you have any questions, Stobal, you ask me. I'll tell you what. You know, very much Karen, so. You know, very much. Look, professional studio, you know, behind them. Like, no wonder they need to carry 100 pounds of crap on the carry-on. You can't carry 100 pounds of crap. If everybody did that, the plane's going to crash. You want the plane to crash, or you want to get to where you're going, huh? I think they allow you to buy up to, I think it's 15 or 20 kilograms. You have to go to their website, though. You can't go to a third-party website, you know? Like Trip.com, I can book and get the regular weight and extra luggage and stuff, but I have to book it to Trip.com ahead of time, you know? I didn't want no carry-on this time. I'm just taking backpack, so you know, that's what I will take. So I won't try to say, oh, I didn't have to carry on because I pay for big money for ticket. No. Vietnam Airlines, they give you 10 kilograms and a check-on bag and a check-in bag all the time. But you're gonna pay. If you fly budget airlines, you're gonna get budget. You know, you're gonna get budget. She's complaining, this seat was hard. You can't lean it back. I don't want you leaning back the seat anyway. When you lean back the seat, you get in my face. I don't want the seat leaning back. You have to gripe about this, gripe about that, Why you make a video to gripe about airlines? Did you stay in Ho Chi Minh City for 24 hours without a room? Because Booking.com canceled your booking? Yeah, did it on me. I went to the hotel, they said, sorry sir, we don't have room for you. I go, what do you mean you don't have room for me? I have a booking here, guaranteed. No, we can't trust Booking.com. We don't trust it. I had to walk around Ho Chi Minh City for 24 hours or pay $100 for a hotel room. I said, no, I'm not going to pay $100. I just stay at coffee shops, mini marts, hang out here, hang out there. I don't bitch about it. I call Booking.com and bitch about it, but I don't make a video about it, you know. What the heck? They say, oh, we're going to compensate you later. No, they didn't compensate shit. You know, you're not going to get it back, man. If you fly budget, you're going to get budget. You know, that's how it goes. Lady, learn ski. It's like flying in the United States. You fly Frontier Airlines or what's the other one? Spirit. It's like flying Spirit Airlines. You know, sometimes they don't even let you take carry-on. You're lucky you got carry-on. Oh, but I have equipment. I have to take care. I have to take with me. You know, to put it in your check bag. Put it in the check bag. That's your fault. You did not go to their website and check extra luggage. You have to go to their web. I don't know what third-party air websites you went to book the flight. I don't know. I think she mentions it in, I think Skyscanner. Maybe she used Skyscanner or some other site like that. But she didn't go through Vietjet Airlines, because I flew Vietjet before and I added on extra luggage. It was very easy to do. Cost me like about 20 bucks. She's bitching she had to pay $300 for extra ticket. You know what? That serves you right. It serves you right for not going through Vietjet themselves. That serves you right, Ski. You go to Korea, you want to take big packages on the airplane? Well, tough shit, Ski. You know, hey, you got to pay. You pay, you pay. We all learn. You learn, you listen. You don't want to fly Vietjet? Don't fly Vietjet. You don't have to make a, you don't have to make a video. I like Vietjet when I use them. Very much cheap, Ski. But you take it for flights going from one city to the other city. You don't use. I don't use for international. If I go to Thailand, I use Thai Air Asia. If I go to Philippines, I use Cebu Pacific. Same difference though. You have to have the luggage. You have to pay in advance. You can't use third-party website. Use third-party website, they're gonna screw you. You know, just like they. She said she held up the line for 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, that's the Karen in the front of the line. It's bitching with the people trying to get them booked in. And that's the one that holds up the line, so you have to stand there for extra 30 minutes to check in. You know? Oy, oy. Very much, in Philippines you say, walang hiya, without shame. Gonna bitch about the airline, gonna bitch about the airline, and then say she held up the line for 30 minutes. If you made a mistake, buy the fucking extra ticket and go. Don't hold everybody else up. What the hell? I have to rebuttal the video. You know? I'm done ranting. You know what happened. You know what kind of video she made. Karen traveled Asia with Karen, not with Allie. Travel Asia with Karen. Very much disgusting. No Google, I don't want to rehearse these conversations because I'm Rasputin. I don't have to rehearse. This is this Rasputin, spitting the truth. That's how it is. She has people with the comments saying, oh, I'm glad you informed me ahead of time. I used to go from Singapore with the Vietjet. Now I'm not going to fly them no more. You're not going to fly them no more because this Karen tells you not to fly with them no more? Wait. Just because one person has to gripe about them, you're not going to fly with them no more? I don't believe that. I believe you check into it yourself. You go directly to the Vietjet site and you say, I want extra carry-on. There's a button you push there. You pay for it. She didn't do that. She went to third-party airlines expecting everything to be perfect. Huh? If I go to a trip like I went to trip.scamski this time, okay, I will fly to Ho Chi Minh. I will have 5 hours. They already backed me up 1 hour, so now I only have 5 hours before my next flight. So that means I only have 2 hours to fuck around ski, because you have to be there for an international flight 3 hours ahead of time. But so if they bump it back 1 more hour, I'll still be okay, you know? That was Vietnam Airlines, the one she says that's the only one she will use from now on. Vietnam is a good airline. Vietnam Airlines is a good airline. But that's a regular airline. Vietjet is budget airline. Maybe you don't want to pay big money. Last time I flew to the lot, I flew Vietjet, the Indian guy in front of me. He was cussing and moaning and bitching and griping because his bag was 1 kilogram over. 1 kilogram over is 1 kilogram over. He should have been 1 kilogram under. Last minute he tries to pay. They said, no, there's no way to pay. Now he's all pissed off, right? Well, that's on him. That's not on them. It says in the regulations right there, you get 7 kilograms maximum carry-on luggage unless you pay for it in advance. And you have to go directly to their website to do it. And if there's no button there to purchase extra carry-on luggage, you can kiss my ass because I seen it. I used it before. Because I think I had Vietnam Airlines allows you and Korean Airlines allows you 10 kilograms. I think I had 10 kilograms. So just to make sure I don't get messed up with my flight, I paid for the extra carry-on. Travel Asia with Karen. She should change her channel name. Travel Asia with Karen, not Travel Asia with Allie. Maybe Travel Asia in the Allie, right? But not with Allie. Don't listen to the influencers. You know, use your common sense. Use your common sense. We're in third world. This is not. I don't consider this third world country, but this developing nation, right? We're in developing nation. We're getting stuff cheapskate, and you're gonna bitch. You're gonna bitch about this. You bitch about the shorts. You're mad because the flight attendants. I will be politically correct. I won't say stewardess, right? Flight attendants wear shorts. Yeah, it's very sexy. I like the shorts. Very beautiful. Not deep legs. They have very beautiful legs. Very nice to me. They were always polite with me. Vietjet, very much polite. Only time I had, one time they delayed the flight by 1 hour to go to the lot. I said, no problem. I sit here for another hour. But she says they delay the flights all the time. Well, if the plane's not full, they're gonna use the next flight and book it up. That's how it is, because it's budget airlines. How many times have you been for a flight and they delay it, right? Lots of times. What I don't like is when I'm at the gate and 10 minutes before the flight leaves, they change the gate. I have to run all the way across the airport to the other gate. Oh, me being old mansky like me, that's hard, man. One time in Thailand, I almost missed my flight. I had one of those guys that pushes the chairs. I said, here's 200 baht, man. Give me to that gate. He was pushing me, running. I got there within seconds to get on that plane. I had to pay him extra. Did I bitch about it? No, I didn't bitch about it. I gave him the money. I said, push me. Give me that. He let the old lady that was sitting there, had an hour to get to her flight. He left her on the bench and pushed me. She said, go ahead, take him. There's no way I could have run that far that quick. In Dallas, I hurt my back doing the same thing. In the United States, in Dallas, they changed the gate last minute. I had roller bag, backpack, all that shit. I had to run all the way across the airport to the gate, and then they put the wrong gate number down, and then it was 45 minutes later than that. So I didn't have to run, but I hurt my back. Oh, that was when I went to Mexico. Snowball. You can go check out her video to see if I'm talking bullshit ski. I'm not talking bullshit ski. Travel Asia with Allie is the name of the channel. I think I put it in the title. It should be Travel Asia with Karen. Very much so disgusting trying to take business away from Vietjet. I was reading the comments. The comments said, oh, thanks for giving me the heads up. I will never use Vietjet. Why? Vietjet's a good airline. Very safe. No fatal crashes. You know? Some of the planes, they have Russian pilots, you know. She was talking about pilots being drunk and stuff. What the hell? Does she got facts on that? You better be spitting facts, Karen. You can't be saying pilots were drunk and shit. The flights were grounded for that. You can't say that unless you know the truth, you know. You better be sure about all the things you were saying. Because if you go to their official website, you can book extra carry-on. But you have to be at their official website. Go check it out, Vietjet Airlines. Funky little site with a big bubbly airplane on it. Red and yellow website. I've been there many times. But I had to do rebuttal. So I will do a short rebuttal. If nobody asks questions here, I will do short rebuttal. Okay, Snowball? Привет, Snowball. You don't tell stuff about airlines unless you're telling the truth, Ski. Every airline has delays. Like I said, Vietnam Airlines, they delay my flight by 1 hour. I don't care. Because I book it way in advance. I would have had 6 hours to stay in Ho Chi Minh City before my next flight. Now I'm only going to have a couple hours. I can hang around because I have to check in 3 hours ahead of time. I will meet with my friend, my Vietnamese friend in Ho Chi Minh City at the Highlands Coffee. Then I will go to check in on my flight, which is through Cebu Pacific to go to Philippines. Vietjet had a flight, but they canceled it, so I had to go through Cebu Pacific. If you plan your trip ahead of time and you go directly to the airline's website, you're not going to have no problems. I never had any problems with Vietjet, except that one time hour delay, that's it. And there was another one in, that was the one in the Dalat. Because, you know, a lot of people don't fly to Dalat, they take the bus. So it was like a 1 hour we waited overtime. That's it, 1 hour. People said, when are we going to fly? I don't know. When are we going to fly? I don't know. We're doing maintenance on the plane. You know, I'd rather have them do the maintenance and be there safe than not do the maintenance and crash, you know. So make sure you're telling the truth and you have facts to back up what you say. You know? If you have ticket shows $300 that you paid for extra seat, that's because you didn't book through the website. You have to book ahead of time through the website. You can't do it last minute. They don't allow you to do that. Deluxe seat. Hey Maximus, what's up, man? I have to do rebuttal on this lady. Travel Asia with Allie. It should be Travel Asia with Karen. Go watch a video talking about Vietjet. I just stumbled up in my feed. I said, I want to see what this lady has to say. I bet she's going to say, I even put the comment ahead of time. I says, if you have extra luggage, they're going to make you pay. You're going to pay. I did that before I watched the whole video. What does she come out with? Oh, we were both overweight on the carry-on, but I bought deluxe tickets. Deluxe tickets makes nothing. You have to go to their website and purchase the extra weight for your carry-on before the flight, not at the last minute. So they made her buy extra seat, $300. Good for her. I'm glad she had to pay $300 to go to Korea because she did not plan ahead of time. Then she's pissed off, so now she makes video about, oh, they wear shorts. That's not professional. Oh, they have they have beautiful legs. You pay, motherfucker, pay. That's right, Maximus. That's right. Go to her channel. Travel Asia with Allie. Put down there. You pay. Put that in there. I already put my comment there. I watched the video. It came up in my feed. I said, I have to make a rebuttal as Rasputin, you know. Very much. I told her, if you're overweight, you're going to pay. That's what I put down there. Then I said, oh, Karen. I think I called her Karen. Karen. I said, oh, you're the motherfucker that make me wait 30 minutes in line because you're arguing with the chicken. That's what that India guy was doing last time in Dalat. It depends on what kind of woman you like. She's a dark-skinned woman with glasses, like secretary glasses. Look kind of pudgy in the face. I don't know. She might be your kind of woman. But she talks like a Karen, man. Like I'm better than everybody else, man. That's how she talks. I'm Karen. I'm better than everybody else. I get to carry extra luggage because I bought deluxe ticket, and the seats are hard. and they wear shorts. She didn't mention about the Russian pilots. They use Russian pilots too, but she did say there was a few flights grounded, I think, back in the day because the pilots were drunk-ski. She better have proof on that, man. The person that owns Vietjet, private-owned airline, billionaire. Only private-owned airline in Vietnam is Vietjet. Billionaire ski. A woman. Google, socks with sandals okay? Quit asking me questions. Yes, it's okay. Do what you want to do, Google. Don't be bothering me. So what do you think about this, Maximus, huh? She's gonna make a video. Yes, sub-Saharan. Yeah, sub-Saharan, light-skinned sub-Saharan with glasses. Travel Asia with Allie. Making a complete video. That's the only one I saw of hers because it came up in my feed. She's either in Da Nang or in Nha Trang. She might be here, I don't know. Tell her come here and gripe at me, I don't care. I don't care. But you don't put down airlines in Vietnam that's private business and say, oh, they suck because they charged me extra money when it was your fault. You did not purchase extra weight before you showed up. You can't do it at last minute. Everybody knows that. You stupid ski. Everybody knows. That's like that one guy in the Congress in the Senate in the United States. He said, are you that stupid? Huh? And Trump said to the reporter the other day, are you that stupid? You must be stupid. You book to third-party airline, third-party thing, and you don't book deluxe tickets, but you don't book extra baggage. You have to go to their website. I know there's a place there you can book extra carry-on or extra check-in. It's either one, but you have to push the right button. It just pissed me off because, that's an independent owned airline. Only one in Vietnam, and they're trying to make it, and they're trying to make it cheap for people to get from one city to the other city. And I've never had any problems except, like I said, delays, and you always get delays, man. I am Rasputin Sputa. You know who I am, Maximus. I'm not Punjab. The guy that was holding up the line for me was Punjab, man. Oh, he was mad. He was yelling at them and everything. I'm only like 1 kilogram over. Yeah, well, 1 kilogram over is 1 kilogram over. You should have went up weighed your luggage before you show up. I always weigh my bag 2-3 times before I go. Make sure you check it. It's under 7 kilograms. Now, Korean airline, you can have 10 kilograms. Vietnam Airlines, you can have 10 kilograms. It doesn't matter. I'm going to take probably 6.5. I'm going to make sure it's under 7 kilograms so I don't get knocked in the pocket, She got knocked in the pocket, $300 for extra seats at the last minute. I like that. That's for me, that's like a month's rent here. $300 for a nice hotel like this with pool at the rooftop. She paid for a hotel with pool at the rooftop to go to Korea. Probably making a visa run to come back here, She didn't mention that, but that's probably, if they went to Korea for 4 days, that's probably what she was doing. We didn't get to go for the first day because we didn't get there till 1 o'clock in the morning. But hey, shit happens. It was in Forrest Gump on the shirt. Shit happens. Oh, like I said, they're better than us. She says, I'm not going to put extra clothes on. I'm not going to take shit out of my bag and wear the clothes. I'm not going to do that. I'll pay the ticket. Well, then why are you bitching about it? You paid the $300. You either put three shirts on or you pay the extra baggage. That's it. 2 pairs of pants and shirt ski. She's talking, I carry a fan with me. So when I'm on the plane, if the air conditioning isn't working yet, I have a fan to cool, to move the air around. It's not that I'm hot or cold, I just can't stand stagnant air. Oi, Choi, oi, what a Karen. Very much so, Karen. Travel Asia with Karen, not Travel Asia with Allie. A-L-L-I-E, just like I got in the title. I even mentioned her channel. I shouldn't even do this. This is probably going to bring her viewers now, Karen get more viewers now because of my live stream, That's right. I got charged for too many jizz socks. I will show you just for you. There you go. That's the VDD. Very dirty dick when you use that sock there. If you wipe your dick with that now, you're going to get VDD. Very dirty dick ski. Very dirty dick ski. Maximus, me and you are reasonable people. She's Karen. I'm not good. She's better than everybody. I'm not going to put on extra clothes. She even mentioned that in the video. I'm not going to put on extra clothes. I am high society. That's why I'm flying on budget airlines, huh? I would never fly budget airlines again. Well, that's her prerogative, but she doesn't have to make video about it, you know. What the hell? We have equipment. I showed them the equipment. Well, you should have put it in the checked bag. You said your checked bag wasn't overweight. Oh, but then they would be responsible. You know what? You got to take a chance, huh? Which was more important? The freaking gimbal or $300? Which was more important? You're flying from Vietnam to Korea? Vietjet? It was probably from here or Da Nang, one of the two. You got Korean Airlines. You want to pay more money? Fly Korean Airlines. They give you a check bag and I think 10 kilograms, just like Vietjet. They give you check bag and 10 kilograms. Vietjet, it says right there, 7 kilograms. Unless you go to the website and you purchase extra credit. Matter of fact, the last time I took Cebu Pacific, I had from the Philippines to come back in, I had extra weight. So I put the plastic bag on my arm underneath my hoodie and put a couple of t-shirts in there so it would be like 0.2 underneath 7 kilograms. So I wore 3 shirts, then when I went through I stuffed it back in the bag, you know. Put the extra jizz socks in the bag, you know. But hey, you go up there and your luggage is overweight, man, they're gonna charge you. Like you say up above. You pay, motherfucker. You pay. She's gonna make. I have to do rebuttal. You know me. If I see somebody trying to influence people, I have to do rebuttal. You know, it's Rasputin, sputa. I spit the truth. You know. Everybody knows. I tell the truth. And I sputa. I tell the truth. So everybody that watched that video, you say, I'm not gonna fly Vietjet Airlines ever again. You know, hey, that's up to you. But don't do it because of her. You know, if you ever flew before, you had problems, that's up to you. Like I won't fly PAL because they locked me in a room for 4 hours, took my passport. Now that's something to bitch about. They take your passport key and they make you sit in the room for 4 hours. When you transfer from Bangkok to Manila, you have to sit in Manila for 4 hours before your flight goes to LA because they're waiting for people to come from Shanghai and from Singapore to meet that flight that goes to LA. And they make you sit there even though you have the e-travel pass to go inside. I could take taxi cab from one terminal to the other. I don't have to wait for them to put me in a bus and carry. They were giving people the wrong passports and shit, man. What the hell? But I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. That's a reason not to fly an airline. Not because the seats are hard and the stewardesses wear shorts. You know, the flight attendants. You're going to steal my juice port, huh? Okay. Go make comments on Travel with Allie. Travel Asia with Allie. Go to her channel, look at the video, give her some views. Give her some views, but put some comments in there because you know. I didn't even have to watch the whole video. When she started talking, I knew right away. She's gonna talk about, oh, our luggage was overweight. I knew it right away. I've seen it 100 times people do it. They think, oh, I'm better than everybody else. I don't need to stick to 7 kilograms. I can go with 20 kilograms, you know. You can't do that. Then the plane's overweight, it crashes, and then you really fucks me, you know. They said they had to buy another seat. Well, of course, because the other seat takes up the occupancy, then there's not no more luggage in the bins. That leaves the weight of the plane down, right? You don't want to have 20 people carrying on extra baggage, you know. When I flew Vietnam Airlines last time, this one guy, oi, he had like 3 carry-ons, man. He was stuffing the shit in the bins. I'm thinking, he's by my backpack. I said, hey, dude, you're gonna mess up my backpack, man. Stuffing shit in there, man. Like they're trying to fit sardines in a can, you know. Why do people overpack? You know, you don't need to overpack. I'm leaving my suitcase behind here. And then I'm going to the Philippines. Today I just hand washed 2 t-shirts. I'm going to take 9 t-shirts and 2 pairs of jeans. 1 that I'm wearing and 1 in the bag. That's it. And my extra pair of sandals. I will be very much under 7 kilograms. Even though Vietnam Airlines to Ho Chi Minh is, I'm good. 10 kilograms. But when I get on Cebu Pacific, got to be under 7 kilograms, you know. Why would you try to take business away from only independent-owned airlines in Vietnam? Billionaireski owns it. You know? And talk about, oh, I heard that some flights were grounded because the pilots were drunk ski. You can't say I heard that somebody was drunk ski the flight. They could litigate against you for that. They could litigate against her for that. I heard, I heard, I heard. That's hearsay. You can't put that on video and make complaints. I heard that the stewardess was in the cabin blowing the pilot, the Russian pilot. No, you can't do that. You can't say that kind of stuff, man. You should take that video down. It only got 1.2 thousand views anyway. Wearing shorts showing off your legs as a stewardess is not professional, she says. It's not professional. They look hot ski. I like the stewardesses. They look hot ski. When I sit at the Highlands in Ho Chi Minh and I'm waiting for flights in between or I'm waiting to check in, I will sit there, I watch the Vietjet Airline stewardesses walking by. I go, oi, choy, oi, em tat depam nai. Very beautiful today. You see the leg skis, oi, they have beautiful, very beautiful flight attendants. I would rather sit on hard chair and stare at beautiful leg skis. But she's a woman, that's why she's complaining about it. Probably because nobody was paying her attention, That's why she has to make video about Vietjet, because nobody's paying attention to her. I don't even know how many thousand subscribers she has. Travel Asia with Allie, A-L-L-I-E. I'm surprised she don't come here. I'm surprised she don't come in and bitch inside the chat here. What are you doing, Rasputin? Huh? Shit, I stayed in a dormitory in Dalat with a pilot that flies for Vietjet. He's Russian, and he stays at the hotel all the time, but he stays in the dorm room. He stayed in the dorm room with me. They have to get their sleep ski. He wasn't drunk, he was getting sleep. He took a nice shower, he put on the cologne, everything, he get dressed, then he goes to the airport. So maybe they don't pay him enough, I don't know. I won't say they don't, they might, but he's pilot there. Working in Vietnam for Vietjet. That would be a good way to get your extension here, to stay here for a long time. Open up business. Then you don't have to go to Korea. Okay, Karen? Start business in Vietnam. Then you don't have to fly to Korea to do visa. I'm assuming, I don't like to assume, because they assume you make an ass out of you and me. But she said they went to Korea for only 3 days, so I'm assuming that she stays there in Vietnam. I know she's too good to ride the bus 20 hours to Cambodia or Laos. I know that. From here, you have to ride a long time. She goes, I will even recommend Thai Air Asia over Vietjet. Why? Same thing. Both budget airlines. She's just trying to take business away from Vietjet because it cost her $300 to go to Korea extra. Because they have equipment now. My husband, he's a photographer, and I have this channel. We have to have the equipment with us, right? Well, then put it in your check bag or pay for extra carry-on on the website before you go. Don't depend on third-party website to get you extra carry-on luggage. If you go to Vietjet right now, it's in Vietnamese. You can put translate. It will translate for you. You go to the button, says, I need extra carry-on. Pay for it. You paid for it, they're going to let you have it. I did that from Manila to Ho Chi Minh one time. I paid for extra baggage. I didn't have any problems ever except one time delay, like I said in Dalat to Ho Chi Minh. One time I had a problem, just delay. But I always book my flights ahead of time, so I have plenty of time in between my flights. So if it's delayed an hour, I'm still good, If they delay it for 2 hours, I'm still good. If they delay it for 4 hours, I'm going to have to rush for my flight. But you can put in complaint if you miss your flight because of the connection, because they delay it too much. They will have to return your money, or just cancel the flight. Say, hey, I don't want this plane no more. I will fly with another airline. That you can do. They say, you're delayed. I say, I can't be delayed. I have to be there. If I have to pay more money, I pay more money. Oh, she gives me a headache. I have to itch my head now. Oi, Joy, oi. Why did that video have to come up in my feed? Now I'm all worked up. But I have to stay awake anyway because football game starts 1 a.m. today. Bunch of football games. Then at I think 4:25, which would be the Sunday night football maybe. I think Minnesota Vikings play. I want to see them get beat again. I want to see them get beat down. I want everybody in the NFC North besides the Bears to lose. The Bears can win, but everybody else has to lose. So there you go. There's my rebuttal. I have nothing more to say about her, except that it's very disgusting to knock down an airline like that for no reason. Because that was her fault. Her fault. Da. Now I will say to everybody out there, since you're not asking questions about her travel with Allie, travel Asia with Allie channel, about her video. I'm probably sending her more viewers to watch the video. So I will say to you, Dos Vadonia, Rasputin says, hey, Fuckovsky, okay? Fuckovsky, all you people, man. I'm going, bye-bye. It's, what time is it here? It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to give me a smoothie. Not the kind of smoothie you're thinking about. I'm talking about avocado smoothie. I'm going to give me a smoothie. Okay? Buy me some chips from the grocery store so far for the football game. Everybody, Fuckovsky, have a great day, ski. Okay? Rasputin says, bless you all. Don't be Karens. No, don't be Karens. Don't be San Capapunta Joe. Don't be Joe. You can be Rasputin, but don't be, you can be another Rasputin. Rasputin always spit the truth, you know. I always spit the truth. I don't tell no bullshitsky on my channel. I haven't been making videos because I don't need the watch hours anymore. And I don't monetize. I don't want your freaking money. If you want to give me money, put it through the PayPal. I don't want Google to make money off me. I think I'm shadow banned anyway. I don't know. Anyway, everybody out there, I'm going to do a short on this too, okay? I'm going to do a short that comes up. I will definitely do a short. Maybe they give her some more customers, more viewers. I don't know. But then they will see how scandalous she is with this talking about Vietjet. You know, gonna bitch about the flight attendants wearing shorts? That's not professional. She said something about. I forgot to say this. I have to say one last thing. She said something about they brought women in bikinis on the plane to take pictures for photo shoots, right? What the hell? What was she doing on the plane when they're doing photo shoot anyway, man? You know, I don't know. She actually saw women in bikinis on the plane? Damn, I wish I saw women in bikinis, huh? Very nice, see women in bikinis on the airplane, huh? Even shorts is okay, you know. A lot of them, they wear the nice short skirts, straight short skirts too, yeah. But I will say again, Fuckovsky, I'm gone. 38 minutes is enough for a rebuttal. I don't need to do any more. That's what this was for, rebuttal. I got Ed Denoy gonna steal my jizz passport, right? Okay, whatever. Whatever you're gonna do, Ed, do it, man. Do it, okay? Just like Nike, just do it, okay? I have to go find a smoothie and some bitchkies, okay? Adios. Bye-bye. Bless you all. Fuckovsky.